Hey guys, Richard here, eBike Reviews and Adventures. Hey, do you remember this bike right here? Yeah, this is the Revibikes Flux. Yeah, so this is the cargo e-bike we got about 2 months ago. But we haven't been able to ride it because it was broke. And the story is, we had it out for our very first ride, made it about a mile, and it just shut down, everything stopped. And after doing some testing and contacting the company and some little troubleshooting, we determined that it was something wrong with the battery. Only the company didn't have another battery. They didn't have anything available in stock to be able to send us right away. And so our only option was to send the battery back to the manufacturer, which we did. And that's been taking a while. I mean, it took a little over a month, I think now, to get the battery sent off and to get it back. Well, guess what? We got the battery today. So I just unboxed it. And it is the same battery, it looks to be. And so we're going to stick it in and take this bike for another first ride and hopefully see if everything is fixed on it. So here we go. And hit the power button. Power's right up. Nice and quick. Let's see, do we remember? This has 5 levels of pedal assist. Look, 0.0 or 0.9 miles is all we got it last time. That's as far as we made it. This is a nice little bike. It's feature rich. So yeah, let's get it on the road. All right, so far so good. Got a little hum from the motor. I think we're going to take the same route we took last time just to see see if we get past that point. I'm sure it's probably fixed now. Hopefully there's no other outlying problem. I'm sure everything got squared away. So let's just zip on over and go this way. Yeah, so I was excited to get this bike when we first made contact, or actually when Revibike made contact with us, because this Flux looks super nice, and we haven't had a lot of cargo bikes on the channel, so I said, hey, I'd really like to check that thing out. And they said, sure, we'll send it to you. So they did. And there's some features about it that I really like. We'll talk about those in the full review when we get to that point. Today's video is just about, maybe a mini review, but we're just going to get out and make sure this thing is fixed and everything's working right. Woo! Boy, that motor kicks in. When it kicks in, it kicks in. So we're ghost pedaling it. We're in 7th gear. And we're doing about 21 miles an hour. Honestly, I don't remember what the top speed is. I don't remember any of the specs on this bike because, it's been sitting there for 2 months and I haven't really done anything with it. So, motor sounds pretty consistent. Sometimes the motors you can hear them rev up a little bit and cut back and rev up and cut back. But so far, this one's sounding pretty consistent. Not sure what all this, I guess this is dust and smoke. Oh, they're cutting up the sidewalk, creating all kinds of dust and nastiness. Whew. Holding my breath as we get through there. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and cut over here. We already made it past the point that we did before, so I'm happy about that. We're just going to go this way, go into this other neighborhood. Now this motor is super loud. Oh my goodness, when it kicks in, it kind of quietens down after it reaches its cruising speed, but when it kicks in, boy, this thing's noisy. Everybody can hear you coming. But for a cargo bike, there are things I really like about it. This one does have a suspension fork. It does not have forks that are adjustable, and you can't lock them out. So it is what it is. But at least it has something. And it's pretty kind of spongy, so it gives you a little bit of a nice little bounce there whenever you go over a bump. I like the display because this is the same style display that I've seen on like Magicycle and some other nicer brands. So it is a nicer display. I'm happy to see that. Oh my goodness, they're doing some sidewalk work there too. All right, let's see here. Yeah, it's got good pick up and go. See, once you kind of get to that cruising speed, that motor just really kind of settles down, and that's kind of nice. Just getting to that cruising speed is a little annoying. I'll stop and show you this bike a little bit more here in just a moment, so hang with me. Hopefully we're not getting too far from home. If something happens now, it's a long, hot pedal home if it needs to be, but I've got faith that this thing's going to work out just fine. Oh my goodness, that motor is noisy. All right. And it is a hot one today. It's closer to 100 degrees, but we got overcast skies right now. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, so the clouds are building. And that'll be nice. Yeah, I wonder what the top speed is. Top speed must be 20, because even on throttle only, I can only get it to go 20. And I don't remember if we unlocked it or if it's capable of being unlocked, but I'll figure all that out before we do the full review. Today is just supposed to be my getting familiar with the bike and kind of figuring it out. And I brought you along. Yeah. This bike has skinnier tires. It's like, I don't know, I think they're maybe like 2 1/4 inch tires by 20. So it's not a true fat tire bike. And I'm leaning over just a little bit. I'm tall. So for a tall guy, if you're tall like me, you have to expect that you may need to make a modification or two to your bike just to accommodate your height. And I think I'll have to do that. I'm going to have to raise these handlebars up just a little bit. The seat height is good. It's about where I like it. I like still being able to have my feet flat on the ground. So that's okay for me. But yeah, there we go. Take a closer look at it. So there's those skinnier tires I was telling you about. It's got a really strange front headlight. Never seen one quite like this before. I mean, when we installed it, it was like, it's heavy. I don't know if that's all metal or not. Not sure, but it's just a heavy light. Really thick, heavy duty bracket up here. Just different than most. It's got a nice little wide rack up here. Came with this little bungee strap, so that was nice. There's the suspension forks, but again, no lockout or anything. That's fine. They seem to be doing all right. Got the chain guard back here, which is nice. You don't always see that on bikes. Got foot rest back here and a really long rear end right here, so you can do a lot with it. Now, we've got some accessories for it. We'll do that in the full review video and show you those, but this bike does have passenger backrest. It's supposed to have a passenger seat as well, 2, if actually, one there and one there. But the seats aren't available. Yeah, we've had the bike for 2 months. The seats aren't available. I don't know if they'll ever be available, honestly. But we've got backrest for them. So, yeah, it's going to be a little hard. But that's all right. I really like this right here. So they got this clear plastic protection there to keep feet and stuff out of the wheel. I like it. I like that it's clear, so you can still see the motor, still get inside there, see what's going on. Unlike some other bikes that have a solid piece there. So I prefer this one right here. This is dual battery capable, so you could get a second battery, put it inside this bag right here, and connect it. But yeah, so we don't have the second battery, but it also can be used for storage. So you can just open this up and use that for a little storage for like tools and things, so that makes it kind of handy. So I like that. I'd mentioned the back rack here, but I didn't mention that, see how it's designed? It's designed so it really attaches nicely to the frame here. It's not part of the frame, but it seems very robust. I think it's going to be nice and strong. Let's see here. We have lights, right? Let's see, was this a reflector? I think this is a reflector. Or is that a light? I don't know. What is that? I don't remember. There we go. So the lights are kind of built into the rack, which is kind of different too. And so you can see the blinkers are actually quite visible compared to some that are really small connected to the taillight. So I like that. So like I said, there's a lot of features about this that I like. Also, here on the display, it even shows you that your blinker's on, so you won't accidentally leave it on. We have a thumb throttle up here. Our button pad is nice and big. It's a 7-speed paddle shifter, so I like that. I don't remember what that is. What is that? Oh, that's how it was. Yeah, so that's different. So that is the brake light, that big old bright red button up there. So that's cool because it makes it easy to find, especially at night. So let's see what else about it. What else? I believe that was a 20 amp hour battery in here. Hydraulic brakes, so I like that. So yeah, some nice things about this bike that I like. This kickstand down here, it comes with this A-frame kickstand, not this one. We added that one as an accessory item after the fact, just to make it easy to get this thing moved around inside the garage and stuff. Got tired of trying to put it up on this A-frame kickstand. And if you don't need that A-frame kickstand all the time, I would suggest you get a regular kickstand as well and install it, because it limits the wear and tear on that other kickstand, because they do fail from time to time with other brands that I have experience with. All right. It is hot today. Oh my goodness. I think we're gonna head back toward the house. This is just too hot out here for me today. Not enjoying this too much. So my keys, do I have to have the keys? No, you don't have to have the keys. Let me take those out, because they were dangling there and flopping around, so don't need that. Gets us up to speed pretty quick, so I like that. I do wish I could pedal though. So let's go ahead and drop it back down into, say, pedal assist 3. Let's see what that does for us. So pedal assist 3, that gives us about 13.5 miles per hour, and that's a comfortable speed. I'm not ghost pedaling, it feels good. Bump it up in the pedal assist 4, and that gives you about 18.5, and I'm doing some ghost pedaling. There's 19, but I'm clunking in my pedals here because I'm ghost pedaling, because I can't pedal that fast. Maybe you can. So that's a bummer. So that means pedal assist 5 is just all ghost pedal. Just let the bike do the work for us. Yeah. Let's see here. Stop pedaling for a moment, that motor quietens right down. You're just coasting along. You start to pedal again, and boy, that motor kicks in there pretty loud. Brakes work nice. They feel good. No noise in the brakes or anything, so I appreciate that. So tell me what you think about this Revibike. This is the Revibike Flux. Again, I'll be doing a full review after we get familiar with it. So be looking for that video. Make sure you're subscribed and you have the little bell notifications turned on, so you get notified when I finish this bike and get the review out there. It is a nice bike. Now that we've kind of worked through the problem with the battery, it's a pretty nice bike. So we will be doing some more videos with that. So be looking for those. And if you're new here, if you liked this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you have questions about it, drop it down below. And guys, I'll see you in another video real soon. You guys ride responsibly and ride safe.